guys, Tomboy601, and welcome to Project Cold War, and welcome to what is the most busted vehicle and commander in the game. This is Agent Chopper. Currently, by the time this video goes up, I believe Wargaming will have deployed a hotfix to nerf this tank, but you're going to see just how busted it is. We have it, I think, nearly fully ranked up in this video of Domination. We're going to show off the Domination mode and also just what brokenness was initially available, because, well, if you look at the abilities down on the bottom corner, you may notice something that looks familiar to you Call of Duty players out there, and of course it is this, the AC-130. And I don't know who thought it would be a great idea to give a floating tank that can't be shot down, that is instantly available on spawn, to pretty much anyone who wants to play one specific class. But that is the current state of Chopper. What would usually be a 14-15 kill streak in Call of Duty, you can call in the opening minutes, and you can call in instantly anytime you decide that you want to have this sort of fun. And it is utterly broken. But not only is there this shenanigans that you're seeing right now, Chopper is also just a very strong defensive tank overall, and in fact they are hitting it with multiple nerfs, including decreasing its main gun damage. They are buffing its reload, which is nice. They are also nerfing one of its other abilities, the Gatling gun, which I'm sure you'll see in this gameplay. They're making a couple adjustments to the gunship to make it a much shorter duration gunship of only 20 seconds, and they are decreasing the tank's overall health, because at this point it is one of the healthiest tanks out there right now. Anyway, welcome to Domination in Project CW, and welcome to what I think is the main game mode for this game, because it just plays really well. It's 10v10, unlimited respawn. The gameplay is fun, it's fast. Yes, you're locked into a certain tank, so you can't change around, but they've done a very good job, and I think this is one of the best maps for it. If you notice, we're in a large rotating, I believe it's a radio telescope, and it basically makes it so you can't hold specific angles, and at all times you need to have your head on a swivel, because you could be getting pinged from pretty much anywhere at any time. As we activate our gunship again, because now that we're in the middle of the map, we have the perfect angles to hit even more of the enemy team. And you can just see sort of how busted this is, where we didn't really do much, right? Like, from the last gunship, we drove to do 2 different capture points, sort of secured them, and now we are going to bully anyone who sort of wants to come in. Of course, we did activate our gunship while we're in the spinning dish of doom. So it's not like we are in good permanent cover. As you can see, we are taking some pretty massive hits at the moment as we come out of cover, hit our heel, and have these 2 Jaegers looking right at us. And you can see just how much damage our main gun is able to do, as we're going to try to back up. But, you know, fighting off 2 Jaegers with our incredibly slow reload is going to be rough. We were able to bounce a couple of shells, but that's not going to win us the day overall. But, you know, that's fair given just what we were doing to the enemies, that they couldn't really even shoot back at us. Anyways, the other abilities of Jaeger, if you look down on the bottom row, we've already shown off the gunship extensively, but there's also the Gatling gun that is on the top of the tank. It has about a 10-second go time, so it's a very nice pairing of DPM that you can get out of this tank, where you fire your main gun, you flip over to the Gatling gun because it's available, and then by the time you've overheated the Gatling gun, your main gun is ready to do its main thing again, as we get kind of surrounded here. And this is one of those things where you have to be careful, or you just kind of get wiped off the map really quickly. in this game. We can see one of the events is going on in the game mode as well. This is another thing that they've kind of added into this domination game mode, where randomly during the match they will basically call one area, they will eliminate an entire area and cleanse it of all enemies and friendlies in it, and reset that capture point to neutral, and basically award whatever team that captures it 300 points, and then that capture point moving forward. Like, it is a fun system, and you can see, like, it can affect the match. Our team is 300 points behind at the moment. If we can secure it, our team is sort of back in the game, which is a great way to sort of change things up. And if I was to criticize what they're doing, I would say that the only thing that I'm not really digging within the domination game mode is the fixed spawns. You basically have two spaces, two spawn zones at either end of the map, and you are forced to spawn there whenever you die. I feel like this domination / this really more feels like Conquest from Battlefield, especially with the classes and all of that. Like, if we're going down that route, the ability to spawn on the capture points that you own, one, gives a sense of owning the territory, but also brings down the amount of dead air between the engagements. And you know, they've done a very good job of bringing down that dead air to begin with, compared to, you know, their other titles, but working towards that goal even more of shortening the downtimes is something that I would love to see them do, as we are going to now try to you know, get a couple of good hits on these enemy tanks as we neutralize B. You can see us track that Jaeger and just totally miss it. Aiming in this game can be a bit rough, but I think it's like well within the balancing factor of like how they want to play, how, you know, how long it takes for your reticle to get to the small size after you stop. It does reward people who are holding down lanes over the aggressiveness, which, you know, can be a good or a bad thing. I feel like maybe once the lanes get really known and there becomes power positions, it's going that advantage to the people who are holding those lanes is going to be pretty great, and they may end up needing to look at just how they plan on, you know, changing that up, or the balance within that, because I think it could slow down and stagnate the gameplay in a way that it seems like the design goals of the rest of this game aren't really there. Anyways, we see some enemies on the minimap there, and we're now going to use this time to try to pull off a flank, as our teammate actually wants to do the same thing. We're like, no, come on, let us come through, though. They ended up, it looks like, getting wiped off the map, but it's okay. We will find some new enemies to overtake. We have finally taken the lead of the actual overall match, which is a good time for us. And now we can go ahead and see that C is being taken, so we know at least now where some enemies are. We just have to find our little window and begin bullying some people who are in the cap. What do we have here? We have a Titan as we hit the ammo rack on the Titan, taking out a huge chunk of the damage. If we can get one more reload in, you can see we aimed up in that ammo area. Again, we probably shouldn't, as we pull out the minigun to try to finish him off. There's your first little glance at the Gatling gun / minigun that this tank also has, that makes it just a DPM monster, and one that, you know, is sort of quite overpowered at the moment. But just kind of trying to keep an eye, maintain the current positions that we have right now, because we just wanted to pull them, and we hit, I don't know what there, it may have been a mine. I know there are a couple of agents that can lay mines, and I'm just like trying to figure out what exactly we got hit at right there, but that's going to be the end of the match. Like I said, guys, that's a domination game. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.